He is an author, a publisher, he's been in the army, na kuambia amekuwa mchungaji.
For 4 generations, hakuna mtu kwetu amekuja US. I was the first one to break the cycle. You know what, Gary? Yeah. You can be anything in this world. Sisi ndio tunajiwekea limitations. So joining the military, it was very hard and very challenging, but I guess what? I conquered it all.
You also are an author. You've authored 15 books. You did a BA. Was it in the time when you were in the military or not?
Actually, I want to challenge you one thing. I'm a D material. Kenya kwanza hesabu niliscore D.
Mwalimu wa hesabu, uko wapi?
Ulisema hatuendi mbali. Hapa ni wapi?
Hapa ni wapi?
Yes. So I didn't have a sponsor. I didn't even have someone to host me. I was hosted in a shelter. But that did not stop me from becoming a graduate and getting in a dean's list. And I was given what you call cum laude. Inaitangwa highest praise.
Yeah, mambo vipi ladies and gentlemen, welcome ndani ya Mkenya Marekani. This is the platform where we educate you, highlight you, motivate you and talk to a lot of Kenyans who are doing extraordinary things. And today is not different because mazee katika tembea zetu we are in a very big lounge here of 400 people Kenyans here in Seattle, Washington. Na katika pita zangu I met one of my friends, ananijua, I never knew of him but I've actually heard his story and man, oh man, pull out your chair, relax, get ready to learn. Because he is an author, a publisher, he's been in the army, na kuambia amekuwa mchungaji. So sitaongea mengi. Wacha kwanza ajiintroduce. Karibu sana ndani ya Mkenya Marekani.
Asante sana Gary for this invitation. Yeah. Na pia kuwa hapa na kukumit siku ya leo. Asante. Wow. Nakaribisha mwenye na to watch anywhere all over the world. You're welcome as we have this inspirational show.
Wow, that's amazing. So let's start with first things first. Kenya, where do you come from?
I come from Kiambu, side za Githongori, pale Komodhai, uko mashinani. Yeah. That's where I was born and raised. Went to primary school there, high school hata uko kijijini, and then nikaenda college and the story goes on. Wow, that's amazing. So did you ever see yourself coming to the United States? Actually, for 4 generations, hakuna mtu kwetu amekuja US. I was the first one to break the cycle. And I believe I'll break more cycles coming days. Yes. Hey, amazing. So when did you relocate to America now? Well, I first came to study. Nikamaliza pale shule ya theology pale in Atlanta, Georgia. I stayed there for about 3 years. Went back to Kenya. Sasa nikakuja kuishi hapa 2019. And then hapa where? Nilirudi to Atlanta. Oh, okay. Unajua ukisema hapa tuko Washington. Atlanta has always been my home. Okay. I've been to so many states doing different things. Nikatoka pale Atlanta, nikaenda pale Dallas, Texas. You know where I pastored PCA Baraka Church. I'm a predecessor to Reverend Moses Degwa. Saizi yako pale PCA Gong Presbytery. Yeah. And then after pastoring there, sasa ndipo nilijoin the US Army. US Army? United States Army. From a pastor to US Army. Yes, from being a pastor to the United States Army. You know what, Gary? Yeah. You can be anything in this world. Sisi ndio tunajiwekea limitations. When you put limitations on yourself, that's when you cannot pursue all that God has called you to be. I believe you're not called to be one thing. Where do you want to be a microwave when God has called you to be a refrigerator? Get ready. Where do you want to be a Toyota Corolla when God wants you to be a Range Rover? Or even an excavator? I think we are the one who looks down on ourselves and we place ceilings to what we can always be. I normally say the sky is not the limit. We are the limit. You can go as far as you want to go and you can compete with the rest of the world. Actually, the best winner is the one who competes with themselves. And I put myself in those shoes whereby I'm running my own race. And I know where God is taking me. I don't have a competitor. Wow. Yes. That's fantastic. So let's talk a little bit. A lot of people who watch this channel are inspired by many things. Joining military, coming to the US, how people live in the US. So how was joining military for you? Well, that is one of the most challenging seasons of my life. I believe as a philanthropist, as a pastor, as a graduate, I thought that I was equipped to conquer all my fears. But let me tell you, joining the military was one of the hardest, not only decisions, but also transition in my life to be what I am today. Joining the military is a recruitment process, just like any other in the United States and all over the world. And you know you are joining the most elite force in the world. This is not just any other military. So you have So you have to be physically fit, be able to do push-ups and weight stuff. You have to have a good medical record of not having surgeries and all that. And you also must have a clean background check of in terms of criminal and also financial. You can manage your finances and also the moral conduct.
Yeah.
There are those all aspects that I had to go through. It took me a season of about 6 months between the time I started the process, the time I joined. And it was a surprise to my congregation. And let me tell you one thing. It was during the COVID season. When the COVID season came, the next Sunday, I did not see any member in the church.
Yeah.
So I asked myself, God, what are you preparing me for? I didn't know that God had the military in store for me. Because serving humanity is also serving Christ.
Absolutely.
So joining the military, it was very hard and very challenging, but I guess what? I conquered it all.
Wow. What is the reason? What's the reason you joined?
The reason why I joined the army, number one, is to challenge myself. Once we come to the United States, we get one job and we get comfortable with it. And we feel that we have achieved it and we have all that it takes for us to succeed. And as the COVID season came, most pastors were frustrated. So I looked into myself and I saw that all that God has put in me, I can only limit myself. So God opened the opportunity for joining the military. So I challenged myself to be the best that I can be. Number two, I always want to keep fit. If there are people who are out of shape in this world, 70% they are pastors. I promise you. Out of shape. Vitambi, nini. And some people... and some people, they damn us and they label us as people who are lazy, waiting for offerings and all that. I believe I'm one of those who are going to be a pace setter. Believe that we are not just called to preach on the pulpit, but we can make income from multiple ways, including joining the military. Wow. It is a good thing. Wow. It is a powerful thing. Hey. Yeah. CEC Kenya ni Marekani. Unakuwa so
Marekani ndani.
Yes, and here we are.
Wow. So one more thing. You also went to school and you did a BA. Was it in the time when you were in the military or not?
Actually, I want to challenge you one thing. I'm a D material. Kenya kwanza hesabu niliscore D.
Mwalimu wa hesabu uko wapi?
Ulisema hatuendi mbali. Hapa ni wapi?
Hapa ni wapi?
Yes, so I went through the Kenyan system. I was not a university material. Later did I know, after going to college in Nairobi, that I got admission to 𝐉𝐴 Heights University in the state of Georgia. And at 𝐉𝐴 Heights University, I'm an A student. There I got into the list we call the Dean's List.
Do you want to say that Kenyan education is harder than in America or what?
Yeah, it's harder and it's there to put limitations on people. There are people who have given up on their lives. You have seen kids committing suicide.
Yeah, because they scored a D in KCSE.
Or an E in mathematics. Yeah. And they said, mwalimu wa math akawaambia, you're not going to make it in life. And this is a system that places limitations on us. Some of us, we are here believing that God brought us here so that we can take away that limitation and pursue our goals in life and be what He wants us to be. Some of us, we are here and we have a cocoon. We became comfortable and it's good to challenge ourselves.
Absolutely.
So I went to 𝐉𝐴 Heights University without scholarship. I didn't have a sponsor. I didn't even have someone to host me. I was hosted in a shelter. But that did not stop me from becoming a graduate and getting in a Dean's List. And I was given what you call cum laude, inaitangwa highest praise.
Ndugu, let's pause for a minute. And digest all these things.
Yes, that's what it is. When you pursue and challenge yourself and believe into... Someone said that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. If you believe your dreams are valid, not because of where you come from or the resources your family have, then you can be anything that God wants you to become.
Absolutely, my friend. I'm getting uplifted by this conversation. I hope our listeners, if you're getting something, just type an amen down there. I'm telling you, it's a great conversation. Oh, yeah. So brother, you also are an author. You've authored 15 books.
Yes, I have authored 15 books. My first book to write was called Date with Destiny. And recently this year, I have published a book called The Strange Woman. The Strange Woman. It's a very interesting title because I have met a lot of strange women. They are from the Bible and I am laying the background from there. And we are trying to help our women. We have a lot of women who don't want to get married and some women who are getting married. And we are being blamed as men why marriages don't work. We are being labeled, especially in the United States. We become a statistics and we are victims. So I'm trying to speak to our women that these marriages work, but from a biblical perspective. I have written a book this year called Overcomer. Because a lot of people, they don't believe in themselves. So I'm writing a book to show people that you are an overcomer.
Absolutely.
One of my best-selling books, it's there online. It's called Winning the Battle in Your Mind. Winning the battle in your mind. Because we have a lot of people who are depressed today. You've seen all over in Kenya, everyone is accepting that someone has a level of depression to some extent. And I think it's all over the world. So if for us who are enlightened, we are not going to write books to inspire people and get them out of those levels of depression, then we are going to have a sick world. For the Spirit of the Sovereign Lord is upon me. He has anointed me in such a season as this. You know what, Gary? God anoints people for certain seasons. Some people may try to put limitations on us so that we may not help other people. But let me tell you what, we're in a season where God is raising the young generation, and we are going to break the barriers of depression, barriers of stress. And I believe the young generation today, we are the one who have been given the mantles to heal the whole world. I was looking into the military. You see, the most expensive equipment, there are so many, but one of them is a fighter jet. A fighter jet is worth billions of dollars. But guess what? They will never entrust a fighter jet to another person. They will always entrust a fighter jet to someone who is under 21 years of age. This is a Western world. It's only in Kenya they cannot do that. You know, when you are going to court in Abio, Siguza here, don't touch this.
Soma utanunua yako.
Soma utanunua yako. But in the US, it's the only country I have seen they believe in young people so much that they entrust them with so much expensive equipment, including the fighter jet. So that one has challenged me, that the limitations that were put on me when I was on the other coast of the Pacific Ocean, I came here and I realized, so there is a wall that is open for us to be all that we can be. It's called the military.
Wait.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes.
What has been the biggest challenge or the biggest fear for you, especially here in America?
Yes. One of the biggest fear in my life, number one, was to jump the aeroplane. You know, I'm a paratrooper. Yes, I did airborne training.
Hizi vitu zinanishangaza bro. Utasema ati naogopa kuvuka barabara.
Yeah. You know, you're jumping from thousands, like 3,000, 4,000 feet above the sea level. Lazima uruke.
Yeah.
Yes, na haisimami.
Hakuna ati kurudi. No.
Oh yeah. I have the fear of heights. Well, you call that what? Is it something phobia or whatever?
Yeah.
So I have that fear of heights. And let me tell you, I said nitaenda nifanye hiyo. Yeah, aerophobia, yes. Nikasema I'm going to jump out of this airplane. Na nitaruka, and I'm going to be an airborne soldier.
So after you jump, you get
you get the badge after finishing the training at Fort Benning, Georgia. So I said, I'm going to conquer this fear. That was my worst fear. And let me tell you, conquering your fears is not easy. It's easier said than done. But I was able to conquer that fear. And let me tell you, every time you jump is a new jump. Even right now, when I go to jump, man, I'm always terrified. Every jump, you know, I say every jump is a new jump. That is my greatest fear, and I always face it on a daily basis. Yes.
Wow. Which is your favorite book that you wrote?
My favorite book that I wrote is called that one, Winning the Battle in Your Mind. Winning the Battle in Your Mind. All my books, the amazing thing is that they sell on Amazon. And I publish them.
You print them here in America or Kenya?
Yeah, I print them here in the US. Unless I
have a huge challenge because you say you publish books. I've seen authors here, but I've gone to a lot of launches. But a lot of these people, and since you are in that section, you might help them tame to be international a little bit. We Kenyans, we are doing substandard books. The page is copied in down River Road in Kenya, and you want to compete with bestsellers here in America. What can you advise these people?
Well, I would advise them they need to consult professional editors and publishers. I think I have done 15. I have published for other books. I have published for Evans Wamagata. His book is called Beyond Limitations. It's on Amazon. I have published for Thomas Gakuru. He's a pilot in Atlanta, Georgia. I have published for Elizabeth Itegi. She's an apostle here in Federal Way. I have published for myself 15 books actually. And my books have gone all over the world. They have become an inspiration and a motivational piece to so many people in this world. My publishing company is called Tukuza Publishers, where I publish books, and mostly I like the Christian authors. Right now, as we are talking, I'm working on helping someone publish their book. So before the end of this year, we are going to publish another book, and we are going to give them a motivational touch in them so that we can awaken the sleeping giants within us.
I think I want to be in that list. I've wanted to write a book. I have a story that I have to write it down.
Yes.
It's good you came into my life. You will help me in that.
Yeah, thank God that we met, and for sure we are going to make that happen.
Wow.
Yes.
Absolutely. What's your parting shot in this?
My parting shot is this, that there is so much that you can accomplish in this world. Do not set limitations on yourself simply because they said in your family there's no one who can accomplish that. You can also be the first one to break the cycle of limitations in your family. All you can be is not based from what you have achieved, what you have gone to school for, or what you have trained, or your skill, or your eloquence. All you can be is inside of you. It's up to you to awaken the sleeping giant within you and wake up and pursue that call, pursue that passion, pursue that goal, pursue that dream. The sky is not the limit. You are the limit.
Ladies and gentlemen, siongezi kitu. Ndani ya Mkenya Marekani, kama hujaiona hapa, hautaiona kwingine bana. God bless you. Subscribe, like and share. We'll see you another time. Maybe probably just say your socials. People can find you where.
If you come on social media, that's on Facebook. I'm Tony The Fortunes. On Instagram, the same thing. And then we can interact there. And then I will see you very soon. Thank you.
Bless you. Cheers. God bless.